Hello all, welcome back to Learning Partner. If you are new, please do subscribe. This is another channel where you can directly connect with me. We have around 1000+ members already who are working. We take live coding sessions and everything. To just get notified about those sessions, please do join this group and check out this website also where you can find so many project ideas with live version, proper flow, diagram and APIs and documentation and all. Now let's start with the video. So in this video, we are going to see how we use the map operator or how we create the dynamic element or how we use the for loop in the HTML. So all these things means basically like, let's say in an array, we have an array. In that array, we have certain elements and that element we need to render it on the UI, whether it might be in the ULLI or in a drop down as an option or in a table also. So we have an array where we have a collection and we have to iterate that array and we have to create some element. So how do we iterate element in ReactJS, how to create dynamic element and how to use the map operator. Fine. So these things we are going to discuss in this particular episode. Now let's try to create some array. So just a normal variable I'm creating. Let's name it as city array. And in that we will create a string of array. Let's say Pune, Mumbai, Jaipur, Nagpur. Fine. So what I have created string array, which contains some certain number of cities. Now, in the first div, what I need to do, I need to create dynamic li. So we will create ul. Now in this ul, what we need to iterate? Obviously li. So just remember, whenever you are working in React, whenever you have to access a variable or a state or a function, everything you can do in a curly braces only. So first we will give curly braces. Now city array dot map operator you need to use. Round bracket, round bracket. We know like in this city array, we have city. So city, just a name. It can be anything, item or anything, and curly bracket. Inside curly bracket, you need to write return statement. And in return statement, what element you need to create, that element you will be creating over here like this. And inside this li, what we need to access? The city. It's like a whatever the for loop, whatever the map operator is using, whatever the current element, we will get that current element in the city. So let's save and check. So now here you can see we have got li. So what number of, so here you can see ul is single, but li is repeated. Fine. So this is how we use map operator. If we have to iterate something, if we have to create dynamic element. So by using map operator, we can do that. Fine. So here we have created li. Let's try the same thing. Let's try to create a drop down, which will be like select. Let's add a class, sorry, class name form hyphen select. Now in this drop down, what will be dynamic? Obviously option. But let's just for a moment, we try to iterate drop down and let's see what happens. Again, city array dot map round bracket, item, return, and this option we will try to print it over here. So we are trying to iterate the drop down itself. Inside option, we will try to have one option, and in that option, we will try to access the for loop element. Let's save. So see what happened. We have got that number of drop down with one option, but this is not right. So that's what I said. You need to you need to use the map operator on the element which you want to iterate. So we don't want to iterate the option. Sorry, select should be single. So this will be over here. Let's move this over here. Okay. So now in return, only option should be there. Now, if I save, you will get single drop down with the multiple option. Got it? So this is how we use the map operator. So this is very simple. It's a string array, whether it is a Boolean array, number array, or anything, it will be same. A variation will be if we have array of object. So how do we do that? So let's create an array of object. Let's say student. array is equal to square bracket. Inside that object, let's say we have name, a city, Mumbai, roll number, colon 121, like this. This is first element, comma second, comma, sorry, comma third, comma fourth, comma fifth. Right? Let's just give a separate name also. CCC, DDD, EEE, Pune, Anji, Bhopal. Let's give it a name as Indore. Let's try the 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5. Fine. So what we have created, we have created an array of object where we have stored some student list. Now, in last here, what we will try to do, we will try to create the drop down only. Okay. So this was the static drop down where we have to use, this was a drop down with string array. But now we have to do the, now we have to create a drop down which will show the student list. But student list has an array of object. So how do we do that? So select, now inside that curly bracket, now we have to use the another variable that is student array. So student array dot map round bracket item. Instead of item, we know like we are going to get student, arrow operator, curly bracket, return, and round bracket. So what we need to iterate, obviously option we need to create. So option, curly bracket, curly bracket. Now in student list, we have array of objects. So if we try to print the student, let's try first. We should get an error. What is the error? Objects are not valid. So because we try to print the student, but in student, we have got object because this is an array of object. The element we will be getting is like object. So we cannot directly print the object. So we have to get particular property. So student.name we will print. Let's save. So here you can see you are getting the drop down with the student name. And in option, we use the value, right? Let's say if we have the ID and value, something like that data. So display value something be else and value will be something else. So here we display student dot ID or roll number, something unique. Let's save. So now if I inspect, so while displaying, we are displaying the name, but in the value you can see roll number ID we have bind. So this is with the array of object. Now we have the array. So let's try to bind it to the table. So we had this row. Let's create one more row at the top. Let me just format. So instead of call 3, let's use it call 6. Now inside this first row, what I have to do, whatever the student information I have, I need to display that over here, but in the table format. So let's create table. Let's add some class. Why it is suggesting like that? Class, table, hyphen, bordered. We in the table first, like we will need t head, that will be for storing the heading. We will need tr, th, serial number. Whenever we normally show the data into the table, we show the serial number, right? Then we have name. Then we have city. Then we have roll number. So heading we have added. Then this is t head. Then we will need t body. So t body. Now inside t body, tr should be iterating, right? Because we will have a dynamic tr. Whatever the elements we have in the array, that much tr should be created. So again, we have to iterate on the student array. So student array dot map round bracket stud curly bracket return round bracket, and inside the return what we have to create tr. Again TD. How many TD we have? 4. So like that, 4 TD should be there. Correct. Now, in the first heading, we have the serial number. So in the array, we don't have anything such as serial number. So we can add second parameter over here. That will be index. Fine. So this index, you will get nothing but like a for loop instance indexing 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. So index, we will print it over here. Then in the remaining TD, we will have curly brackets and here stored, sorry, dot. What we need to print it over here? Name, like that. Let's copy, paste. Then we have to showcase over here city name and here roll number. Let's save and check. So now here you can see in the table, we have got serial number, name, city, and roll number. But we don't showcase serial number from 0. It should start from 1. So what we can simply do is we can just increment it by +1. So now you can see it start from +1. Got it? So this is how we use the map operator to iterate the element in the React.js. So whenever you have something data which is array, you have that data in the state or a normal variable and you want to iterate the element. So this is how you iterate the element. This is very basic example. Once we start with the API integration, this will be mostly we will be using this. Fine. Just to cover the topic, I have taken some basic scenario. Fine. I will start it in Hindi now. So जैसे जावास्क्रिप्ट में हमने डायनामिक एलिमेंट क्रिएट किए थे, या फिर अगर आपको एंगुलर पता है तो एंगुलर में हम एनजी फॉर से जो काम करते थे या फिर फॉर लूप से जो काम करते थे, मतलब डायनामिक एलिमेंट क्रिएट करना है। लेट से हमारे पास अरे है और अरे में हमारे पास कुछ डेटा है, उस अरे को यूज करके हमें कुछ डायनामिक एलिमेंट क्रिएट करना है। तो अगर रिएक्ट जेएस में सेम चीज करना है तो हमें मैप ऑपरेटर यूज करना पड़ता है। सो देखो फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने क्या किया, 2 अरे क्रिएट किए, एक सिटी अरे जो हमारा अरे ऑफ स्ट्रिंग है और दूसरा अरे ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट है। ठीक है, अब सिटी अरे का पहले दिखा देता हूँ। सो जैसे मुझे यूएल एल आई क्रिएट करना है तो मुझे रिपीट क्या करना पड़ेगा, मतलब कौन सा एलिमेंट डायनामिक क्रिएट करना है, एल आई, राइट। सो मैं फिर से लिखता हूँ, तो ये मेरा यूएल हो गया, उसके अंदर करली ब्रैकेट, मेरे वेरिएबल का नाम क्या है, सिटी अरे। सो सिटी अरे डॉट मैप राउंड ब्रैकेट आइटम और सिटी नेम्स, वॉट एवर आप जो भी नाम देना चाहते हो वो दे सकते हो यहाँ पे, करली ब्रैकेट। उसके बाद रिटर्न करना है और रिटर्न राउंड ब्रैकेट के अंदर क्या रिटर्न करोगे, कौन सा एलिमेंट क्रिएट करना है आपको, एल आई, और करली ब्रैकेट में आपको क्या एक्सेस करना है, सिटी नेम। सो सेव। सो यहाँ पे देखो हमारा एल आई क्रिएट हो चुका है। ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ वी क्रिएट डायनामिक एलिमेंट। अब डायनामिक एलिमेंट कौन सा भी हो सकता है, सिंपल डिव, लेबल, स्पैन, सिटी, मतलब एल आई, ऑप्शन, एनीथिंग। दूसरे इसमें हमने क्या किया, ऑप्शन डायनामिक क्रिएट किए सिलेक्ट के अंदर। तीसरे एलिमेंट में मैंने, फिर उसके बाद हमने अरे ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट बनाए, ये हमारा अरे ऑफ स्ट्रिंग था और ये हमारा अरे ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट है। तो जब भी हम अरे ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट को इटरेट कर दे तो ऑब्वियसली ऑब्जेक्ट मिलेगा एलिमेंट में, तो हमें डॉट से वैल्यू एक्सेस करना है। तो देखो यहाँ पे मैंने स्टूडेंट डॉट नेम लिया और यहाँ पे एज अ वैल्यू बाइंड किया रोल नंबर। जस्ट लाइक दैट हमने टेबल क्रिएट किया, टेबल में ये टी हेड मेरा स्टैटिक हो गया, उसके बाद टी बॉडी के अंदर मेरा टी आर शुड बी डायनामिक। सो यहाँ पे मैंने इटरेट किया टी आर टी डी, और मुझे इंडेक्स चाहिए था 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 जो भी है, तो मैं इंडेक्स एक्सेस कर सकता हूँ। ओके, मैं आपको थ्री थ्री पैरामीटर्स होते हैं, पहला करंट एलिमेंट, इंडेक्स, और उसके बाद पूरा अरे। देखो यहाँ पे सजेस्ट करेगा कि नहीं, नहीं यहाँ पे नहीं सजेस्ट कर रहा है। देखो पहला वैल्यू मेरा पैरामीटर, दूसरा इंडेक्स, और तीसरा क्या है, पूरा अरे। ओके, सो हमने क्या किया, पहला इंडेक्स, पहला जो एलिमेंट चल रहा है वो एक्सेस किया, उसके बाद इंडेक्स। ओके, पर इंडेक्स 0 से स्टार्ट होता है तो इसलिए हमने +1 किया, दैट्स इट। सो दिस इज हाउ वी iterate elements in the react.js। फाइन। अब आगे के एपिसोड में हम सबसे पहले मैं राउटिंग कंप्लीट करूंगा, उसके बाद एपीआई इंटीग्रेशन। जैसे एपीआई इंटीग्रेशन हो जाएगा, हमारा एक्चुअल मतलब कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट रहे हमारा, रिएक्ट, इफ यू आर रिएक्ट डेवलपर और एंगुलर डेवलपर, हम सिर्फ एपीआई कॉल करते हैं मोस्टली। फॉर्म बनाएंगे, एपीआई कॉल से डेटा आएगा वो दिखाएंगे, फॉर्म पे बटन सेव के सबमिट पे बटन पे हम एपीआई कॉल करेंगे और डेटा भेजेंगे, यही मेजरली काम होता है। सो एपीआई कॉल जिसको समझ में आया उसको कोई भी लैंग्वेज सीखने में इजी जाएगा। ओके, अगेन वंस मोर, इफ यू आर न्यू प्लीज डू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब।